Q&A. Does anyone else struggling with financial guilt? I certainly do. I certainly do. You're not the only one out there. Background. I grew up in a pretty poor single parents household. I think I trained myself from a young age to not want things because they were never really possible to have. I remember that feeling. I remember that very well. I'd say I'm reasonably financially successful today. I still find it very difficult to spend money on anything beside essential. Oh yeah, I know the feeling, definitely. I want my wife to have a great life, but my mentality is a real barrier, I feel. So, for me, I remember the feeling when it comes to financial struggles. Back when I was started our journey when it comes to personal finance or personal journey to creating wealth or generation of wealth, we bought a lot of properties not knowing that they're going to be negatively gearing, not knowing that it's going to cost us money. So on that day when I actually I had to sit down in the middle of the night and figuring out why is it costing us a lot of money. Oh, it works out to be, I went through every single paperwork or every single bills that we had, all the data points that we had in the middle of the night, realizing that goes, hang on a second, all of this is costing us money and it's costing us this amount per week. And it's a financial struggle. And I've done a lot of things when I was young that financially doesn't make any sense because I didn't have any guardians, I didn't have any data point. I'm the type of guy that is like, let's try to do it, learn from it, and go from there. The emotional roller coaster, as well as the emotional stressful that comes with it, it makes me want to be in that in the survivor mode. In the survivor mode, we don't spend, we just spend on the essential things like food, shelter, clothing. That's what we were doing. I was scared of taking risk involved anything else because I was so focused on like just juggling between one bill to another, and that's not life, and that wasn't fun. And when you're doing that over time, when you're doing it over, let's say, a couple of years, money goes in and goes straight to whatever, I guess, whatever sinking hole that we need to put in there. Another money comes in, oh, this thing break, we need to put that money in to fix it. When you keep on doing that, accumulating over years and years, at a certain point you realize, guys, something's got to give, and it's built in our brain that is like, wow, we need to change something. And that's what we did. We're realizing that, guys. And then from then on, for me, I find it's so hard to spend, except for the essentials, because I'm still in that survival mode. Even though that happened about 10 plus years ago or so, when my son was just born, I believe it is. So he's nearly 10 years of age, so about 10 years old. And I realized that because we know what it feels like when we didn't have anything, when we had that stressful, we don't want to go back there again. So we keep on in that survival all the time, the survival mode. And at a certain point, even my wife even goes, you need to go out there and just spend and just relax a bit, because I didn't know how to calm down, let's say. I didn't know how to just relax and chill. So I have to then sort of switch between survival mode to like, okay, you can spend a certain amount of money. You can actually just relax. You can just enjoy a certain portion of your income to do stuff, to just maybe go on holiday, just taking your time out, maybe just, treat yourself a little bit. Even that alone sometimes, like to me, is like, treating myself alone is like, oh, you know what, with this money, I'm so scared of spending. So I know what that feeling like. I know the feeling is like, oh, okay, I got to take care of the kids, I got to take care of my wife, I got to take care of the house, I got to take care of this, that, and all the bells and whistles that comes with life and all the obstacle that comes with it. You forgot to take care of yourself. And That's what I realized, and that's what I went through. But yeah, you gotta have a certain portion of your income and just treat it to yourself, as in just, okay, I'm just gonna have discretional spending on whatever it is that you like. Otherwise, you get burnt out, and otherwise you forgot how to spend. If you keep on just going investing, you forgot to, like, you gotta enjoy the process, and that's where I gotta learn. And I have to think that over and over again. You got to enjoy the process of going towards your goal. Because if you just focus on the goal, yes, it is good focusing on the goal, but you're missing out all of the, I guess, the little bits and little nuggets or little history here and there that you're trying to create between you and your family. Yeah, I looked at my son now, he's 10 years old, and I think it was a few days ago when we were on a cruise or something, he just looking out the windows, or actually not a few days, yeah, actually a few days ago, when he was just watching at the horizon at the beach, and I'm like, wow, you're already 10. I remember what it feels like when you were just born. I was so scared. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if I'm actually right enough. I didn't know if I'm going to be financially stable. But you work it out as you go along. But at the same time, he's already 10. In about 10 years' time or so, he will possibly be moving out of this home and trying to explore the world. So enjoy the process. It's a long process. If you already made it, that's good. I mean, if you haven't, if you are struggling at a certain point, you need to just have a breather. Just sit down and just have a coffee, go to a coffee shop and just relax for a bit for just 5 or 10 minutes. Enjoy the sunshine a little bit. And I didn't know how to do that. It's taking a while, but you need to do it. At least, like for me, in the beginning, we were just working and working and working. 7 days a week, go home just to sleep, to rest, wake up, do a repeat, the same thing. But at the same time, you need to just go, hey, maybe if you keep on doing that, it's not going to be sustainable. How about you just take a time out for once in a year, maybe once every quarter, or maybe half a year, or once every 6 months, you just take a time out, and then after that, increase that once every quarter, and then after that, increase that maybe once a month, or you just chill, relax, not doing anything, and not being in that survival mode or just hustle mode. So that's how I did it, and till now alone, sometimes it is a little bit of struggle till now alone. But yeah, I keep on learning. I keep on thinking, like, there's got to be a better way of doing this. There's got to be a certain way, and I'm sure you will find a way to I guess started to doing the opposite side. Instead of just saving, actually trying to spend or trying to enjoy life, because life is short. So that's how I see it. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents based on my personal experience. It is a struggle if you're already in a struggle, if you just keep on the survival mode, but you need to do the opposite side, which is the enjoyment side of it. That's just my 2 cents. If you like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and I will see you on the next video.